This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes. You can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Here we go. Here we go. They go play action with Burrow. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And that nearly an interception here on its opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
You're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. But do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TV. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick 6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6, already up a pair of touchdowns? They got everything going their way early on.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hurts.
And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Throwing is Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
11 mighties. 12. 11 MT.
Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The Bengals in 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
11 MT.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he's got it down to the 28.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Burrow on play action. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. Touchdown! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get...
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. From the 25 on second down. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Come on. Hey.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
First down. Here's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McPherson on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On first down, Hurts. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy.
Hurts fumbles it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Going up top. And my goodness, another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's trying to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, That's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
They're going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decision.
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again.
Nick Needham picks it off.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. 11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
There's the stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
11 Thomas.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Dancing to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. first and 10. Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Now Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
You had no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
On 1, ready?
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
And this one is no good. He missed it. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now it's the backup, Bridgewater.
He'll hit Mostert again here.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays. Harder to move them.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
1st down, Bridgewater. And that's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Just get rid of it.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Caught on the slant. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Going to run with Madison again, and they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Nixon will try the right side. And some room to work. And down inside the 15 shot. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Here we go, here we go.
And they take a knee. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you take baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff.